Driver has been injured. Pakistan media says driver sustained severe injuries. Pak Railway says passengers will be fully refunded. Major Shashi Asthana is with us live. Major Shashi Asthana, is a bizarre statement by the Pakistan Railways, a bit contradictory, of course, to what the government has said. They are claiming only the driver has sustained injuries so far, and they've not really commented more on the attack, saying passengers will be fully refunded. I mean, why would the passengers want a refund? They would want their lives to be saved first.
As far as the railway statement is concerned, I think we can take it with a pinch of salt for the simple reason because they are the affected party in a manner that their rail has been hijacked. So that's one part of it. Now, going by whatever messages and whatever has been spoken so far, let me tell you that this is a very well planned operation, and in this operation, it requires a fair amount of intelligence planning as well as a military planning. I'm sure they must have gathered this information over a period, and that's how such a huge hijacking can take place. Also, they would have worked out all other arrangements as was mentioned, whether it is how they are going to negotiate, how they are going to carry out subsequent operations. That's one. Secondly, when it is about the civilian casualties or they causing civilian casualties, let me tell you that the militant groups are very cautious that if they have to survive and succeed, they have to have people on their side. People are the center of gravity in the counter-insurgency operation as well as insurgency operation. So they will not like to unnecessarily harm the innocent people. Now, why they are attacking Pakistan army is, I think, very well known. But let me reiterate to say that there has been a fair amount of atrocities caused by Pakistan army. They have used all elements of power, including air, artillery, etc., which we never use. In fact, if you recall, during our Kashmir operations, a lot of people used to tell us that you do a lot of welfare or you don't use full force, you don't use artillery, etc. But then the fact is that you can't lose people and think that you can win a counter-insurgency war. Pakistan army has violated this basic principle again and again, and that is why the people are angry with them and people are siding with the insurgent groups. Now, there is no doubt the cause is genuine. Baluchis have been, they have faced atrocities, they have faced, they have all the resources, but then all the resources are being used by Punjabis. The Chinese are exploiting their resources and so are Punjabis. So they know that this is not their end of fight and therefore they need freedom from this regime. They are also, the Baluchis are also present in Iran as well as in Afghanistan. And the connections with the TTP, that also makes them stronger because KP, the residents of KP also feel because of this Durand line and Pashtuns being divided both sides, there are grudges there as well. So grudges of this entire belt, that is KP and Balochistan combined, has given a birth to very potent militant organizations now, and these organizations are actually taking revenge of the atrocities which have been caused specifically by the Pakistan army. And that's why all their plannings as well as actions. Also, they have also realized very recently that if you kill a couple of Pakistanis, it doesn't make that much of a difference as if you kill 2-3 Chinese. And that's why last 1 or 1.5 years, you would have seen 23 Chinese killed, because that shakes up their hierarchy, that shakes up their military, because one call from China to Pakistan military or Pakistani chief, that causes shivers there. So they find that if they get an opportunity, and they will continue to do so, if they get an opportunity, they will prefer killing a Chinese than a Pakistanis, and that's very much, and that is where Chinese have also stopped funding beyond a point. The CPEC, which people call as economic corridor, I call it China-Pakistan exploitation corridor, and in that corridor, they were earlier planned, they had planned for 60 billion. Now, after releasing whatever they needed for the energy, After that, they are not releasing much of money because they feel that it is a grave risk. And they are looking at another option in Afghanistan now, that if we can get the connectivity to Gulf via Afghanistan. And that's why you would have seen Chinese Afghanis and Chinese Taliban Homi coming up very well. So this is a troubled area. This will remain a troubled state. And the fight for freedom seems to be quite...
We're getting a statement as well from the Pakistan Interior Minister. He's issued his first statement on this incident. Mohsin Naqvi has condemned the Balochistan hijack.